Hello, this is Wakil's News-Blatt here. This is the third special. And this is Boris Palmer. He used to be the mayor of Tübingen. He used to be a member of parliament in the state of Baden-Württemberg. That's the state where I'm from, where I grew up in. And he's talking about about the migrant crisis. And he's talking about the exam, what's going on. And he's not independent, actually, because they had to kick him out from the party because he's too critical about what's going on. And I want to play for you, then I'll translate for a little
Als
bit.
der dann erstochen war, habe ich mir seine Akte angeschaut. Der hatte über 20 Einträge in der Polizeiakte, wie das oft so ist. Widerstand gegen die Staatsgewalt, schwere Körperverletzung, versuchte Vergewaltigung, der Drogenhandel war noch das Kleinste. Und es wurde kein Abschiebeverfahren eingeleitet. Es ist einfach nichts passiert. Und das hat er seinen Kumpels natürlich erzählt. In diesem Land passiert dir nichts. Das ist wirklich nicht gut gelaufen. Und da jetzt offen drüber zu sprechen, ist wichtig. Warum ging das damals nicht? Weil es alles Schwarzafrikaner waren. Es war einfach extrem schwierig anzusprechen, dass das Schwarze sind, die diesen Drogenhandel übernehmen. Und weil ich es gemacht habe, bin ich bis heute der Rassist. Weil ich es gemacht habe, konnte ich nicht mehr Mitglied der Grünen sein, um das mal ganz klar anzusprechen. Das war nicht besprechbar. Als der dann...
So in this one, he pretty much said, like, there's a African migrant, he stabbed someone for 20 times, he had a record of police escalation, he attempted rape, and his drug record is very lengthy. He doesn't even go into detail. But the thing is, he got caught, he never got punished, they let him go, and the worst part is he says, hey, the things he gets away with, the German government tolerates it, and he's telling his other buddies that. And all these criminal activities, the drug base is African migrants. And because he's telling people, he's going public, he's called a racist, they make accusations. And, it's mind-boggling that, Germany, they say kulturelle Bereicherung, means cultural enrichment, and they say Willkommenskultur, welcoming culture. And the German government is very anti-German, saying, hey, you have to tolerate the migrants' behavior because they don't know better, they didn't learn our way, we have to be compassionate about. But we have like these crime epidemic going on where almost there's one rape a day from migrants going on. And it's mind-boggling. The United States has the same problem, but now it's like getting worse in Germany. And the United States has gone on for longer, but that's why in my videos I always tell my German audience, like, hey, it's been happening in the United States now for so long. And in German we have a word called Leitkultur, the leading culture. And because the United States is the leading culture of democracy and the West, Europe is adapting to America, to Washington, D.C. And what's happening in Germany, they're like 10, 20 years behind, because what's going on here in the United States is bleeding over to Europe. And the United States doesn't have their migration carriers under control. I mean, it was never under control I moved here in the United States in 2006. And when George W. started the Fourth World War, the global war on terror, now you're like, what is Fourth World War? World War One, Germany. World War II, Germany. United States, Cold War, escalating with communists in the Soviet Union, Third World War, and then the global war on terror, which George W. started. He allowed a lot. When he started the war on terror in Iraq and Afghanistan, he opened the door for people from the Middle East to come to America. Obama did the same. Doors were open. And under Trump, Trump's presidency was 50-50 his first term, but Biden, even worse. And in Germany, we experienced the same thing where, like the Netherlands and Belgium is the gateway of drugs. Just like Mexico brings in drugs to the United States, Belgium and the Netherlands are opening the drugs to Europe. And when I grew up in Germany, drugs were not really a thing. Like, the United States has a drug culture, but Germany really doesn't. Like, I can go into detail, but it's very different. But now it's like it's, I say the drug crisis in Germany has been Americanized, the illegal immigration refugee crisis has been Americanized. It's very similar. And I want to tell people in the United States, in the English-speaking world, like, hey, United States problem are bleeding over to Europe, and it's almost one-to-one similar, where German politicians are very American, German policies are very American, and this whole movement about like, hey, more migrants, anti-white, anti-culture, about the origin, like we don't like American culture, we don't like German culture because it's all like universal. It's white, which is insane. And in this video where people speak out, guess what? They call them Nazi, racist, and all that crazy stuff. And in Germany, it's like it is getting worse. And what I always tell people is what people don't know really in the United States. Germany is the size of Montana. Montana has 1 million people, 3 million cows. Germany has 84 million people. And roughly, I want to say 60 million people are actually ethnic Germans, while the rest are of migrant background. And it's getting worse and worse and worse. And here, the example, hey, we have these crime wave going on. And I will make more videos about it, but that's just one of the example. This is for Coach News-Blatt. Please comment, please talk about it, and have a great day. Bye.